Each day reveals more and more evidence that the President of the United States is unhinged and continuing into his downward spiral into narcissistic, deranged dementia. Because, yes, he did. He really did. Donald Crybaby Trump wrote a letter to Norwegian Prime Minister Jonas Gahr Store, in which he stated that since Norway didn't award him the Nobel Peace Prize for stopping 8 wars, he no longer feels obligated to think only of peace. This has been reported on by Reuters, National Public Radio, CBS, Time, The Guardian, Bulwark, USA Today, New York Times, and other news agencies. Asked by NBC News in a brief telephone interview on Monday if he would use force to seize Greenland, Trump said no comment, adding that he 100% would follow through on plans to hit European nations with tariffs unless he has a Greenland deal. From Reuters, Trump has linked his drive to take control of Greenland to his failure to win the Nobel Peace Prize, in which he said he wouldn't be thinking purely of peace, and then threatened to ignite a trade war. Time reports that in the past, Trump has conflated the honor, which is given by the Norway-based Nobel Committee, with the nation and its government. And earlier this month, he told Fox News' Sean Hannity, it's a very big embarrassment to the country of Norway, whether they have anything to do with it or not. I think they do. They say they don't. What? It's an embarrassment that Trump didn't win the Nobel Peace Prize? It would be a far bigger embarrassment, farce, and fiasco had they awarded it to him. And according to Time and others, places that Trump has touted bringing world peace, the conflict is still raging. In Trump's letter to Prime Minister Store, he stated, Denmark cannot protect that land from Russia or China, and why do they have right of ownership anyway? There are no written documents. It's only that a boat landed there hundreds of years ago, but we had boats landing there also. I have done more for NATO than any other person since its founding. And now NATO should do something for the United States. The world is not secure unless we have complete and total control of Greenland. NPR said originally that that message was reported by the PBS NewsHour, and it was later confirmed by Norwegian Prime Minister Jonas Gahr Store in a statement. Store said he received the message on Sunday in response to a text that he and Finland's President Alexander Stubb had sent to Trump, in which they conveyed opposition to Trump's proposed tariff increases on 8 European countries over the recent Greenland dispute, and pointed to the need to de-escalate. Norway's position on Greenland is clear, Gahr Store stated. Greenland is part of the Kingdom of Denmark, and Norway fully supports the Kingdom of Denmark on this matter. We also support that NATO, in a responsible way, is taking steps to strengthen security and stability in the Arctic. And Gahr Store also pointed out that while Trump claims that Norway decided not to give him the Peace Prize, the government of Norway is not responsible for awarding the Nobel Peace Prize. There is a 5-member Norwegian Nobel Committee that has given that award since 1901. On Sunday, in a collective rebuke to President Trump, the leaders of Denmark, Finland, France, Germany, the Netherlands, Norway, Sweden, and the United Kingdom, according to NPR, issued a joint statement condemning recent U.S. tariff threats. And those 8 countries, which are all members of NATO, said that Trump's proposed tariffs undermine transatlantic relations and risk a dangerous downward spiral. On Saturday night, Trump had written on his Truth Social and social media platforms that he would impose tariffs on imports from the countries after they had deployed limited military personnel to Greenland to participate in a Danish-led Arctic exercise known as Arctic Endurance. And Trump said America would impose a 10% tariff on goods from those 8 countries starting February 1st, which would rise to 25% on June 1st and remain in place until such a time as a deal is reached for the complete and total purchase of Greenland by the United States. So, in essence, the obtuse, oleaginous orange oligarch espouses that he should be allowed to unilaterally take over Greenland because he's butthurt about not being awarded the Nobel Peace Prize. And he is apparently ready to wage war, economic or otherwise, over that slight. Donald Trump does not have America's best interests at heart. Donald Trump thinks only of Donald Trump and how he can use other people to further his objectives. This man is dangerous.